Hello everyone, my name is Haley Pointer, and today I'm going to share with you my health story about when my wisdom teeth were removed at 17. So, when I was 17, one day I felt a really bad pain in my lower left jaw, and I wasn't really sure what was going on, and at first I thought maybe it's a small cavity, maybe I have a slightly cracked tooth, but the more and more the pain continued, the more scared I got and the more uncertain I became of what it could be. So I talked to my parents, who I figured would have more information about the subject than I would, since they're older and they might have gone through something similar. But neither of them had had wisdom teeth removal before, so they weren't sure what was happening. And a lot of our family doesn't have oral issues or oral health concerns, so this was a new thing for my entire family to learn about. And I was very scared because no one knew what was happening, and I was pretty young when I had learned that something was wrong. So after we learned that there could be an issue that we were unaware of, we scheduled an appointment with our family orthodontist, who initially I was very scared to meet because I was scared of what my diagnosis might be and what the treatment plans might be for that diagnosis. I didn't know if perhaps I had a tumor, if it could have been something more or less serious. I was very uncertain, and I didn't really know a lot about oral health going into that appointment, so I had a lot of fear about what the results could be. However, during that appointment, my orthodontist used a Module 1 concept called the teach back method, where a physician will instruct a patient to repeat back to them whatever directions or whatever information they've just given them, as a way to ensure that the patient is understanding everything that the doctor is telling them. So in my instance, my doctor used this method to ensure that I understood just how common this affliction was, or how many people got this illness every year, if you want to say that. Including how simple the procedure was for wisdom teeth removal and how quick it could be. And doing so helped decrease the fear I had around the situation and around my diagnosis. And it also increased my health literacy, mine and my parents, because neither of us knew what was happening before this appointment. And it allowed me to feel more comfortable with the healthcare aspects that I would be facing later on, such as what to expect from surgery and follow-up appointments and everything that related to my condition. Prior to that appointment, however, I was not aware of how common wisdom teeth removal was and how simple the surgery was, and just how many people my age would have to have that surgery in order to stop bigger issues. So following the appointment, I discussed my findings with several friends who were close to my age, and to my shock, a lot of them also didn't know how common wisdom teeth removal was, how common it was to have wisdom teeth removal, and how simple the surgery could be, and how easy it was relatively to other oral surgeries. And after learning this information, they went home to their parents, and a lot of them discussed it, and they determined that they should probably also get a scan done by their orthodontist to make sure they also didn't have a similar condition as me. And through the process of sharing my personal story with my friends, I allowed them to be more aware of a common health issue that they might have unknowingly been impacted by. And this allowed them to discuss their concerns about their own health with their parents, who might not have been aware of these issues, since it's not an issue that's commonly discussed in normal conversation with others.